Hey everybody, Will Fix here. Got another video for you today. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. You guys know a couple days ago the House passes crypto bill splitting digital asset regulation between the SEC and the CFTC. This has an incredible impact on XRP, or the future of XRP, or the freedom of XRP, let's call it. Because it's just another wave of freedom. So let's go ahead and most of you know about this, but let's look at it real quick. House lawmakers on May 22nd passed a bill that aims to establish regulatory clarity for digital assets, marking a historic move forward for crypto legislation in the United States. The bill, known as the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act, or FIT21 Act, advanced out of both the House Financial Services Committee and House Agricultural Committee back in July, following the bill's introduction by senior Republican members of both committees. Republican French Hill, Arkansas, I guess that is, chair of the House Financial Services Subcommittee on Digital Assets, Financial Technology, and Inclusion, sponsored a bill alongside fellow committee members and House Majority Whip Tom Emmer, House Agricultural Committee Chair Glenn G.T. Thompson, and Republican Dusty Johnson, RSD, who chairs House Agriculture's Subcommittee on Digital Assets. The House voted to pass the bill 279 to 136 vote, with nearly all Republicans and 71 Democrats voting yes. The bill gives the Commodity Future Trading Commission new oversight of the digital commodities market, while also designating the Securities and Exchange Commission as the regulator for the digital securities market. The legislation calls on both agencies to propose joint rule making on digital assets and allows digital asset intermediaries to duly register with the SEC and CFTC. Lawmakers behind the legislation say it's needed to address the absence of clarity for digital asset firms in the U.S. Absent clear rules, we will continue to see the SEC pursue a regulation by enforcement agenda that leaves market participants fearing that they'll be subject to litigation at a moment's notice if they continue to operate in the U.S., Hill said May 21st before the House Rules Committee. And isn't he right? However, SEC Chair Gary Gensler expressed disapproval of the bill, warning in May 22nd statement ahead of the vote that it would create new regulatory gaps and undermine decades of precedent regarding the oversight and investment contracts, putting investors in capital markets at immeasurable risk. He's such a weirdo. It's not even true what he's saying. Gensler is a longtime critic of the crypto industry and has repeatedly said it's rife with non-compliance. House Financial Service Committee Chair Patrick McHenry pushed back on Gensler's statement at the Investment Company Institute's 2024 Leadership Summit in Washington on May 22nd. He instead said it's the Gensler regime that has made things less certain and more difficult for regulated entities to play substantial roles in this space and provide consumer protection. And we know he's right. Ahead of the vote, many digital asset organizations rallied their support behind the legislation. On March 16th, nearly 60 organizations, including the Crypto Council for Innovation, Consumer Technology Association, and several crypto firms themselves, such as Coinbase and Gemini, sent a letter to the House Speaker, Mike Johnson, and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, expressing their support for the bill. We recognize that FIT 21 will introduce new compliance challenges for digital asset companies, but regulatory clarity is indisputably more responsible, safer for consumers, and preferable to the status quo, the organization wrote in their letter. Johnson and Jeffries received a similar letter of support May 20th from the Blockchain Association, whose members include Grayscale Investments, Kraken, and Ripple. Their letter also underscored the need for legislation to bring regulatory clarity to the industry. The bill would need to pass the Senate before it could be sent to President Joe Biden's desk, though its prospects of becoming law are unclear. It hasn't happened yet, but I don't think that's unclear. I think we've already got word on it. Brian Gardner, Chief Washington Policy Strategist for Stifel Financial, said in a statement that the bill is unlikely to pass the Senate and become law, but its passage represents an important step forward in eventually achieving crypto legislation. I believe he's wrong. A May 22nd statement from the White House indicated that Biden opposes the bill because it lacks sufficient protections for consumers and investors who engage in certain digital asset transactions, but the statement did not threaten a presidential veto. And I believe the president has also already said that he would probably pass it. They have way too much voting equity carried in this crypto bill. They're probably not going to do themselves the disservice of trying to veto this. I also believe the Senate, even though the majority is held by the Democrats, we had enough people cross over. I believe we're going to have a strong Senate vote, and this bill is going to get passed. What the effect of this bill will be is the CFTC will then be over crypto coins that are decentralized. So that includes XRP. So there's freedom for XRP to be under the CFTC and out from under the SEC. And the SEC's regulatory stance, or what they govern, trying to make everything a stock or an investment contract, it doesn't fit for a decentralized currency. It just doesn't fit because it's not centralized. It's not controlled by an individual party. And so that's why they've split that up. So when this passes the Senate, this is a form of clarity even well past the winning of the suits, because now all we have left is how much is the fine. That's what we have left. Now, when this shifts, that means the SEC will no longer be able to come back. They won't be able to come back on this other crap. They won't be able to, because then it's going to be under the CFTC. So the SEC loses all forward momentum that they would think they were going to try to have in multiple lawsuits for multiple reasons against XRP. And this clarity is going to be amazing, much less the clarity of this particular bill. It's fantastic. This bill, some people have tried to say that this has made it where they're... So I'm not in favor of a CBDC currency. But some people have tried to make this bill say that there won't be a CBDC currency because it says the Federal Reserve is not allowed to issue one. But the Federal Reserve is not the one that would issue one in the first place. So all that is a governance statement saying that's not your territory because you're not the Congress and you're not the Treasury and you can't just go rogue and do that. So to make that clear, we're adding that in. So you can't just go ahead and do that on your own. The government's in charge of our currency, and the Federal Reserve is not a part of our government. It's an independent agency, as you guys know, and I did a video on that here recently. Listen, if you're interested, I'm going to cover something real quick on Kaspa. So right here, I'm going to insert a decent wallet commercial. It's less than a minute. Remember this massive ledger hack? Multiple Ethereum-based applications including Zapper, SushiSwap, Phantom, Balancer, and Revoke Cash were compromised early Thursday due to a Ledger security breach. Ledger, the Paris-based crypto hardware wallet manufacturer, said it fixed the malicious code as of 13:35 UTC time. The company also warned users to clear sign transactions, a way to ensure you are interacting directly with the company's website and software. You remember this in the past? Remember this failure? FTX says it has billions more than owed to victims. Look at this, man. The collapsed cryptocurrency exchange FTX. Remember that guy? The Decent wallet is the most easy and safe hardware wallet. It has cool features like the thumbprint access, like the application that you can put on your phone and you have a large screen to see your coin. It's safe and it's easy. You need to get into self-custody. Do not trust the exchanges. Use the links in my description and get yourself a discount. So, Kaspa has been talking about being rewritten on the Rust, whatever you want to call it, language. What was that going to do for Kaspa? Well, it was going to speed it up. So it's already extremely fast. And it's written on a blockchain that's not linear. It has multiple layers and parallel things it can do at the same time. So it's blistering fast. Kaspa is something you need to take a look at. Now that it's written on Rust, Kaspa can now do smart contracts and do it very well. Kaspa on Rust, the first stable release. So they have rewritten it. It's stable. They've released it. And this article that came out today, I'm sorry, it's a 5-minute read. It came out by Michael Stutton, May 13th. So we're excited to announce the first stable Kaspa RK node release. This is a significant milestone for the Kaspa network as it marks the point where we shift to a new, improved, and optimized engine which can now be built upon and accelerated to its limits. Approximately 2 years ago is when I first proposed Rust rewrite. I dreamed of unleashed performance and superb code quality. Today I can say that the new code base is of the highest quality possible. And, excuse me, guys, and that the set of individuals contributing to it now on elite group of people forming a decentralized and world-spread core development force. Currently, as part of the open beta announcement a few weeks ago, RK nodes already comprise 1/4 of the P2P network, and as much as 29% of the hash rate is mined through them. Going forward, this stable release signifies a point at which we recommend RK as the main software to be running the network. And then they give instruction of switching to RK is crucial, and they tell you how to do it here. And they give you a transition strategy for those who are running nodes. This added attribute, or this added language to the Kaspa network, is really going to make it a very serious contender in the crypto world. If you don't add Kaspa to your portfolio, wow, you know, this is an amazing coin. I'll be covering spots and pieces of Kaspa in the future, but I just wanted to announce again, Kaspa now is written on Rust. It's been several weeks since this came out. It might be completely on Rust now. I don't know. I need to look for an update. But with the smart contract capability, this particular coin is the fastest, and I mean, from what I've read about Rust, it's the best. And it's stable. So it's not like some of these that are not stable. You know, you know who I'm talking about, right? All right, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I hope you're enjoying the videos. You have a great day.